sands of time often bury secrets. But what if one of the world's most ancient civilizations has been quietly living in plain sight, unchanged, unbroken, and unknown to most of the world? For thousands of years, people speak of a mysterious tribe roaming the vast, unforgiving deserts of northeastern Africa, surviving empires, conquests, and the relentless advance of modern civilization. This is the story of the BEJA tribe, a nomadic people with roots stretching back to the ancient pharaohs of Egypt. Yet, they remain one of history's most overlooked legacies. But why, they ask? What is it about the BEJA that has kept their story hidden in the shadows, even as other civilizations rose to glory and crumbled to dust? Their tale is one spoken of as one of strength and endurance, but it's cloaked in mystery. As the story of the BEJA unfolds, people are left wondering, how have they remained so influential, yet so hidden? The BEJA have wandered the deserts for over 4,000 years, living between Egypt, Sudan, and Eritrea. They have witnessed the rise of mighty kingdoms from ancient Egypt to Aksum, yet they have stayed true to their nomadic roots, untouched by the empires that once surrounded them. In ancient times, they were known as the fierce Blemis, feared warriors who roamed the deserts and carved out their own existence under the harshest of conditions. The BEJA weren't just desert wanderers. They were traders, poets, and warriors, influencing those around them without ever succumbing to the powers of their day. But surviving the centuries came at a cost. Today, the BEJA are still defined by their traditions. Their language, BEJA, or Bidhayit, stands as one of the last surviving links to their ancient Cushitic past. Passed down through generations, it's more than just a way of speaking. It's the key to their culture, their identity, and their way of life. But modernity is a constant threat. The world around them speaks Arabic, and the pull of globalization has made it harder for the BEJA to maintain their language and traditions. Yet, despite this, they cling to their roots. Their poetry, their music, and their customs serve as living reminders of a time long past. As the modern world presses in, the BEJA have faced political, economic, and cultural pressures that threaten their way of life. For decades, they have fought for autonomy and recognition, often finding themselves in conflict with national governments, especially in Sudan. Despite signing peace agreements, their battle for equality and representation is far from over. And yet, like the desert they call home, the BEJA endure. Their story is one of survival against the odds. They remain an ancient tribe, untouched by time, but for how much longer? What makes the BEJA even more fascinating is their deep connection to the land of the pharaohs. Though often forgotten, the BEJA's ancestors lived alongside the early Egyptians. They traded with them, fought with them, and even influenced them in ways that historians are only beginning to uncover. Some even say that remnants of the BEJA can be traced back to the very heart of ancient Egyptian society, their presence lingering in the shadows of the pyramids. The BEJA people stand at the crossroads of history and modernity, their ancient way of life hanging by a thread. Will they continue to defy the odds, surviving as they have for thousands of years? Or will their story be swallowed by the sands of time? One thing is certain, the BEJA are not just a forgotten tribe. They are a living legacy, a reminder of a world that has all but disappeared. But for how much longer? Only time will tell.